Welcome to another episode of the A-List Album Review. I'm your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop. And in this episode, we're going to hop into our mint-flavored time machine and travel all the way back to the year 1956 to look at the debut album of a little indie artist you may have heard of, Elvis Presley. Get ready to shake those hips because my review of the 1956 album, Elvis Presley by Elvis Presley, is coming up now. At the beginning of 1956, American rock and roll singer Elvis Presley had already topped the country and western charts, and thanks to new manager Colonel Tom Parker, left Sun Records for RCA Victor. Elvis hit number one with the single Heartbreak Hotel on the Billboard Top 100 and was getting more television exposure, so RCA wanted the artist to make a record fast to capitalize on the success. With the rights of the Sun studio tapes transferring over to RCA Victor, 5 of previously unreleased Sun tracks were added to the 7 RCA session tracks to create an album of acceptable length. Considering the Sun tracks were mostly country-styled, Elvis and RCA thought covering recent rhythm and blues songs would work well to fill out the album. Elvis Presley's self-titled debut album released on March 23, 1956, and was a massive success. Its first single, and also fantastic opening track to the album, Blue Suede Shoes, was written and first recorded by guitarist and singer Carl Perkins. RCA believed that Elvis could outsell the Perkins version, while Elvis was reluctant to record a competing version, but agreed if RCA would delay its release as a single. He also recorded the song as a tribute to Perkins after he was recuperating from a road crash, which also helped Perkins out money-wise as his track was going down the charts. While Elvis's version of the song reached number 20 on the charts, Perkins had topped the charts and in 1999 was certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America and was chosen by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as one of the 500 songs that shaped rock and roll. The second single, I Got a Woman, was originally co-written and recorded by Ray Charles. Elvis's version puts more of his rockabilly twist on the song and became a staple in his live shows during the 1950s, and he also performed it regularly when he returned to performing in 1969 to 1977. The third single, I'll Never Let You Go, Little Darlin', is a pretty standard cover of the original, first recorded by country music singer Jimmy Wakely. The fourth single, I Love You Because, a country song recorded by Leon Payne, is a tender and emotional ballad that has a rather abrupt ending in this version. The next single, Just Because, was recorded in 1954 at Sun Studios, and you can really hear some of the Hawaiian influence that the artist would become known for. The sixth and final single, Money Honey, originally recorded by Clyde McPhatter and the Drifters, deals with a man who needs to pay his landlord and asks his woman to help him out. In other songs, such as I'm Counting on You, you can hear elements that would influence John Lennon and the Beatles in general, and they actually ended up covering a number of songs off this album. One-Sided Love Affair was Elvis's personal favorite from the album, and he really gets into the rockabilly here with a song about love having to go both ways. Another famous cover, Tutti Frutti, which of course was made famous by Little Richard, is a very good version from Elvis. There's also the Richard Rodgers Lorenz Hart classic standard ballad, Blue Moon, with the most famous version being that of the doo-wop group The Marcells. Elvis has an interesting take on the song, though, using his falsetto at times, and sometimes sounds like it would fit well in a horror movie. The cover of the album looks great, with its pink and green writing, and was homaged by other artists, most notably The Clash with London Calling. The album was a huge hit, hitting the #1 spot on the US Billboard 200, the first rock and roll album ever to make it to the top. The official charts, the UK album charts, and US albums Cashbox. Elvis Presley has a little bit of everything, from blues, country, pop, and rock and roll, is full of terrific versions of covers. It inspired many other artists and bands, and is one of the best debut albums of all time. Number-wise, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10, which gives it the A-list rating of A-list approved. That's right, it gets the A-list seal of approval. Alright, well that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/WestsideOf515. Like the show on Facebook, Facebook.com/WestTroupeAlist. And of course, you can follow me on the Instagram and Letterboxd @WesAlist. Until next time, Troop out.